Everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. Konnichiwa, bitches. Welcome back to the Booshakalaka podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany, joined with co-host Pierre.
No, you don't get to speak. You don't get to do anything. Do you know what a closed adoption is? That's all I'm gonna give you.
What? Boo! What the hell? Okay, I guess that's all he's gonna give us, ladies and gentlemen, and theys, thems, and everybody else. Whatever. But we're here because that was a cruel intro from him. We're here to review Cruel Intentions. Cruel Intentions. The synopsis, I had never seen this movie actually, but the synopsis is: two vicious step-siblings of an elite Manhattan prep school make a wager to deflower the new headmistress' daughter before the start of the term.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have seen this movie.
Like this movie.
I've seen this movie. It has to be in the 500s.
I do not like this. I did not like it. Sorry. And this was a special request. Pierre told me he was going to get the name. I don't think he did, but thank you so much for requesting it. It was a brand new one for me, and I am so sorry, friend, but I was so uncomfortable. I don't know if because I'm watching it with my grown woman brain, but no.
No, it was uncomfortable to watch when I was a teenager. So yeah, I was surprised that it still felt uncomfortable to watch. That's what really shocked me. I was like, this still feels like I need to turn away. But right. So it does hold up in its debauchery. So, oh god, this used to be my favorite movie. That is so sad. This is what I aspired to be in high school.
I 100% agree. You aspired to be a white person that can't act?
Oh, we are not.
Ryan Felipe was terrible. Everybody else was great. He was terrible. What do you mean, Annette? Annette, I'm trying here, okay? I love you, Annette.
I'm not doing this.
I love you.
Okay, that's enough of that. We're not going to... No, stop, help.
Go on, start shit.
Well, we start the movie off in therapy.
Yeah.
We're introduced to our main character, Sebastian Valmont, and he's in therapy, faking it. As someone who's been in therapy for 3 years, he's faking it. But he has a terrible therapist too, so it's to each his own. But yeah, he's basically saying how he's healed and he's not this sex-craved lunatic anymore. And his therapist is like, all right, here's my book, I'm leaving. And she rushes him out of her office. And then she gets a phone call from her daughter because Tara Reid was running the 90s when it comes to cameos. And, she's crying and she's like, Mom, there's pictures of me on the internet. Now, mind you, her mom's a therapist, a very renowned therapist. She has a book. She's going on a book tour, all these kinds of things. And now there are naked pictures of her daughter on the internet. And she ends up telling her, well, this guy said I had killer legs, a phrase that he used in his therapy session. So she immediately knows it's him. And she goes off. Of course, he's already about to leave. But that's his get back at her. Apparently, she was overcharging. Then
wouldn't he go to jail? They weren't playing with that back in the 90s.
Well, but I don't know if no, because I don't know if revenge porn was a thing in the 90s. I don't know if that that term is new. Now she's a minor, so you could have. But I mean, she's about to go to college, so I don't know if she was a minor.
Oh.
So yeah, she was. Okay. Yeah, so you bring up a good point, but I feel like in the 90s that wasn't. It was just ma'am, you can press charges. I don't know, but I mean, he's rich. Okay. Can he go to jail? He's a rich white man and living in Manhattan. Go to hell. So then we're introduced to the other main characters of the movie. Christine. I love Christine.
Who's Christine?
Christine is the mother of damn, what's her name? Claire?
Catherine.
No. The other girl. What the hell is her? I don't know. Cecile, yes. Cecile's mom. Christine, she was the mom in The Grinch. That's where most millennials remember her from. Well, not the mom in The Grinch. She was Martha. She was Martha May Who in The Grinch.
I hate to say it.
I
hate to say it. No.
Are you serious? The Grinch? Well, maybe you were too old. I don't know. I just can't believe The Grinch. That's very popular. But yeah, people know her. So we're introduced to Cecile and her mom, and Catherine, I guess you want to call her the antagonist of the film, who is Sebastian's stepsister. They're all in there getting ready because school's about to start, and she's supposed to be her, like, I don't know, her big sister. You know how you come, because I'm guessing they go to a prep school, so she's gonna show her around and give her all the details. And then Cecile's just fucking stupid, and then the actress is stupid too. I don't like her. And so Sebastian comes in, he makes a pussy joke, and they leave. And then this is when things start getting a little weird. So they're step siblings. And Sebastian shows Catherine an article about a girl who wants to wait for marriage to lose her virginity, and she's being renowned for it because she's
new.
New. It's like she's in. I mean, maybe it's something big in Manhattan, but not in like she's from Kansas. So I mean, you're in the Bible Belt anyway. So why is this why are you getting an article in the fucking Times about you wanting to not have sex? Like, okay. So Sebastian's idea is I want to seduce her because she's the new headmaster's daughter. So I want to seduce her before school starts. He wants to just have sex with her, and he's like, that's my greatest victory. But it's like, what's the currency? What's the currency in the 90s? Like, who cares? I'm like, who cares? Like, everybody has sex.
Who gives a fuck about high school?
Apparently these characters and the Jawbreaker characters give a fuck about high school. So,
I guess.
So Catherine's like, you can't do that, please. Get the fuck out of here. And he's like, you want to make a wager? She's like, get out of my face. He walks away to go journal, and then she's like, come back, come to my room. And she's like, I want to do the wager. And he's like, okay, so what are we betting on? So basically she's like, hey, if you give me your car, which is a 1965 Jaguar Roadster, I think that's the car. And he's like, if I win, I get your car. And he's like, what if I win? She's like, well, then I'll give you what you've wanted since our parents got married. I'll fuck your brains out. You can put it anywhere. And he's like, okay, deal. And I guess that's just enough. So there it is. The bet has been set. It also should be noted that Catherine has a cross around her neck filled with cocaine that she snorts throughout the entire movie. And I guess that's supposed to be sacrilege. Very shocking things in the 90s. But yeah. And she don't even snort a lot. She snorted like a little teaspoon of coke. I mean, not even a teaspoon, like a little pinch of coke. Like, girl, be a real one. And so the bet has begun. And now this is when things start getting movie for me. Because it's like, somehow, now mind you, Annette has the girl Annette, she has a boyfriend. But he's backpacking in Europe because that's, anyway. But this is where it gets just too movie for me. She happens to be staying, like, during the summer before her, because, I guess they're moving from Kansas to Manhattan. So she's staying with Sebastian's aunt at her mansion, like, that. I mean, that's an estate, really. And I'm just like, that's very convenient. Like, what are the odds that you just happen to, like, out of all the people, that's where you stay?
Maybe
so he shows up
an affiliation with the prep school, and she helps get the new headmaster, acquainted with the city.
It's a big ass house, and it didn't seem. And from what the context clue, she ain't married, but it's like a huge estate, y'all. It's beautiful, like.
And friends, I see. This is where we differ, because I knew who that lady was. That was Mrs. Peacock in Clue. Thank you.
Go to hell, Tiffany. We're gonna do Clue eventually.
It's really hard to review that. That's really hard to review.
But everybody, I've seen so many people quote that movie, so I'm just like, yeah.
Mrs. Peacock was a man. That was a good one.
So he shows up. He's like he's gonna just stay there for a couple of weeks. And
Hi, Aunt So and So. Like fake.
But he was being
my
fake.
Skin crawl.
He was being fake in that moment, though.
But it was only 1 degree separated from the rest of his acting in the movie. Ryan Felipe, what the hell was happening on this movie?
To be fair, maybe he had just started acting, because, he had only did I Know What You Did Last Summer right before this, or at the same time.
Okay, so he only knows how to play angry well.
To be fair, his demographic would.
There is no to be fair. We're going to lose that phrase. This is a movie. Let's move on.
Okay.
They have no chemistry.
That's now you saying that now come on now. They ended up getting married. So
in the movie they have no chemistry. I don't know what the hell they do when they yelled cut. In the movie they had no chemistry. Reese Witherspoon again looks like she's 12.
Mm-hmm.
And well, Ryan Felipe doesn't look as old as Mark Wahlberg did in Fear, thank God. But he does look significant. Like if I saw them and they told me they were in high school, I was thinking she was a freshman and he was a senior. That's what I would think if I was looking at the role. But they just talk, and then she's like, I heard about you. I know you're a ladies' man, and you da 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 da. He's like, who told you that? Oh my God, somebody wrote. There's a lot of fucking letter writing in this movie. Nobody picks up the phone. Hold up. Let's write a letter.
Hold up, not. I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
She literally was. She's like, keep talking, because I already got you played. I already know you.
Yeah, somebody wrote her a letter though. That just seems very.
It's so many letters. There's like 4 letters written in this movie, guys. 4. Do you hear me? 4 in 1990, whatever. The phone was out, baby. The phone was out,
and it wasn't even a rotary phone. Like you could just.
They don't really hook up. They don't really hook up at this time. They kind of separate. And
no, he's been an asshole. Like he's just kind of taunting her, and he's like, I don't respect what you said.
Right.
Like,
he's going with that whole mentality of like when we were kids, if the little boy hits you, he likes you, or if the little girl hits you, they like you, and that's stupid. They're just badass kids. Let's keep it real. I know Josh Jackson was in this movie, but I do not remember what he did.
Okay, so Joshua Jackson. So he finds out about the letter. Joshua Jackson is his gay friend. And he goes over to him because he's like, venting, and he's like, somebody wrote a letter. And he's like, I don't know anybody from Kansas though. And he's like, you do though. And so he's like, hey, this fucking character. He's like, the Gregster. And he's like, oh yeah, he hates me because I fingered his girlfriend at homecoming. And he's like, I don't think he cared about that. And basically he's like, he's gay. We have sex. But he's like one of those DL guys. So it's like you have sex with him, and he's like, "You tell anybody, I'm gonna kick your ass." Like just everything about this character. I wanted him to die, and he didn't. But he's like, so they basically set it up to where he's like, "I'm gonna come by at the stroke of midnight. You make sure he's here." And he's like, "Okay, but you gotta pay me." And I'm like, well, "Is this prostitution?" But so, and then we get introduced to the Gregster, and he's just like, he should have been an overcompensating. Like I don't know. Like he's just like he's talking about. Just, in front of his little friends, like, suck it, you dumb bitch. Like, no, like, what straight guy? Well, to be fair, maybe. What true heterosexual man talks like that? Like, it just
have anything to do with the plot?
Yes.
Please tell me.
Cause he's down low. But yeah.
But those people literally, we introduced to them and they diss a fucking Pierre until like almost to the end. Because when he popped back up, I was like, who the fuck is this? I was so confused, but I was not rewinding it. That's something that I was not doing because I knew you knew.
Anyway,
but
so
that's the truth. But what happens next?
So Annette sees him naked because he's trying to seduce her. So he's like, he tells her, he plays music in her room because mansions can do that where you can only play this like the music in one room in the house. And she comes down to the pool, and he's like, hey, what's going on? You want to come and swim with me? And she's like, yeah. And then she comes back after she changes into her onesie, and he's like, just ass naked, and she's just literally staring at his
one piece, not a onesie.
She was just staring at his cock. And then they get in the pool, and like he tries to get soft on her, and he's like, you're right about me. I've made mistakes. I've treated girls badly, but you're so smart, and I see you. And she's like, listing my attributes on your fingertips is not going to get you anywhere with me. And she just like dusts him off. She's like, yeah, what they wrote in the letter about you was pretty bad. And he's like, well, tell me who wrote it. She's like, not a chance. Well, then why tell me? I don't like stuff like that. Don't tell me, oh, somebody said something about you, and then, hey, so what's the point? You just want to talk shit. You think that, whore. So, that night he goes and he catches Greg and his gay friend fucking, and he snaps some pictures, and he's like, I'm gonna tell your dad, and he's like, no, I'll do anything. So then he blackmails him. So all he has to do is basically good mouth him to Annette. I mean, it's not really much he had to do, and he also ends up finding out who wrote the letter. So the person who wrote the letter is Cecile's mom, Mrs. Caldwell. She wrote the letter because they met at orientation, which I find that odd because you've met a grown woman at orientation and is sending you letters now. I'm like, that was weird. Because, that was weird. So, gaining this information, Sebastian's like, okay, I'm going to help Catherine with her plan because Catherine wants to turn Cecile into the school slut. Why? Because Cecile is dating her ex-boyfriend. What does that have to do with
Catherine
Cecile?
was a fucking loser.
Like, what
was a loser.
I don't know what that has to do with, like...
She was so high up on the pedestal, student body president, everybody adored her, but she was a fucking loser. Like, why would you care?
That's what I was like, well... But yeah, so yeah, he dumped her for Cecile, so she wants to make Cecile a slut to get back at him. And her way of thinking is, if I do anything personal to him, then it comes back to me, and everybody loves me. Like, she had, like, again, like Tiffany said, she's a student body president. Like, she has this perfect image to everyone else, but she's a bitch, like, in real, like, in which, to me, super it's crazy. But, like, so, I get that you never watched this movie, but this is how I got that, I understood that trope. So, going to high school, and I'm like, oh, you're student body president, but you are a bitch. Like, it's just like, it really did happen in real life. Like, you know, these people have these prestigious things, and then they're just terrible to people. And it's like, well, you're just good at faking. So that's what she's good at. So Sebastian...
But don't forget about our only black person, please.
Well, I'm leading into it. So Sebastian decides to help her with Catherine with her plan. Now, Catherine also stumbles on the fact that Sean Patrick Thomas, Cecile's violin instructor... You said Ronald. Yeah, his name Ronald.
You said Hot Boy Ronald.
Oh, please don't. So he's her violin instructor, but he has feelings for her. They be flirting. They like her. She likes him.
And he's black.
So Catherine takes Cecile out for a little picnic in Manhattan Park, and they share, which is still iconic, a very open mouth lesbian kiss.
So heavily. Iconic has been thrown around for fucking everything. I hate it so much. But I do remember that winning the VMA.
Thank you. That's why I'm saying.
And I still didn't want to watch them. Like, I wasn't like, oh yeah, this looks cool. Let me watch it. I still never watched it. I never, even like when it was, guys, let's put it this way. This was my era. This was my era. So I was probably in my late teens, early 20s, or whatever the hell when did this come out?
I think 1999.
99. So yeah, I was in my late teens when this came out. So all of the people in my school, my class, were watching this. I didn't want. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I just never did. But I watched like Wild Things and stuff like that. But I never watched this one. It just flew.
That's crazy to watch Wild Things and not this. But
yeah, I saw Wild Things at the theater.
Yeah, but it was like a first lesbian kiss on screen, like that kind of thing. Even though they weren't lesbians, it was two girls kissing. So cared. All the little boys liked this part. And it was parodied. It was the best parody in Not Another Teen Movie. That was cool. So yeah, she teaches her how to kiss, and like she's trying to, jumpstart her, and she even has Sebastian jumpstart her sexual, because she's like, okay, so she likes Ronald. She tells Catherine she likes Ronald, and she's like, he writes me love letters. We're never told how old Ronald is. So, because the main thing but Catherine hints that he's older. So maybe he's like, I don't know, 19, 20? I don't know. Because, it's fast and loose with these ages in these teen movies. But he's supposed to be older. And that's what Catherine's issue is. Her mom don't like him because he's black. And no, not my daughter. But.
Zach? So black? Actually, it's pronounced Zach. Like, it was one of those moments. And I was like,
black, brown sugar. No sugar.
They were drinking coffee out, and she's like, it's because he's black. Oh, I mean, no, I want brown sugar in my coffee. Like, no, bitch, it's because he's a Negro.
So she tells, this is stupid, she tells Cecile to make copies of the love letters that he's sending her, give them to her, and I didn't understand what the point was. And she was like, we'll arrange a get-together at our house, and whatever, but she told her that she keeps them in her dollhouse. So Catherine goes to Mrs. Caldwell, and she's like, hey.
Well, no, Sebastian and Catherine convince Ronald to fight for Cecile after his mom fires her. That's why the letters were there.
What?
And they hide the letter.
No, she had to hide the letters because he was sending them. She didn't want her mom to know. She was hiding them in her dollhouse. When Catherine told her, then she found them in the dollhouse. That's how she knew where they were.
Uh-huh. So then she sucks Sebastian's dick. So what are we talking about here?
Well, yeah, Catherine gets Sebastian to speed up her sexual prowess. So they have. Well, he goes down on her.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
He goes down on her first, and she has her first orgasm.
So you can't say eat pussy? You can't say that?
I didn't know if you wanted me to get that graphic. I'm like,
vagina.
but
Cunnilingus.
Yes.
Let's keep it that. Cunnilingus and a little.
And
fellatio.
she has an orgasm. And she I didn't like this conversation because she was like, he took advantage of me, and then Catherine, it didn't seem like she was gonna do anything about it, but so Catherine convinces her to sleep with as many people as possible. She's like, because you want Ronald to be prepared, like, you want to be experienced for Ronald. She's like, won't that make me a slut? No. So, Catherine's plan is working perfectly because Cecila's fucking stupid.
She's a dumb.
Like, so stupid. Like, but she went to be fair, she went to an all-girls school, so maybe that's why she doesn't really know how, but you would know what mean girls are. Anyway, and Sebastian's still wooing Annette, trying his best to woo her down and do all that shit, but yeah.
Oh my God, this part in the car pissed me off.
What, when they went volunteering?
They go volunteer because Mrs. Peacock said she had tickets to the symphony, or whatever the fuck she said. She said, I can't do it. Can y'all go? And they were like, of course.
But no, hold up. Let's talk about that. You have tickets to the symphony, so you can't go do charity work?
And then we're in the car, and she's like, Sebastian, you should laugh. Those were Reese Witherspoon looked so fucking ugly making those faces. Like, I wanted him to lean over, open that door, and push her the fuck out. It was like, I was uncomfortable, and she kept doing it. I'm like, director, cut! This is ugly. They were the ugliest, and she's a very pretty girl, but the faces were just disgusting, guys. She looked like a clown, like a circus clown, and I hated it. I was like, let me fast forward. Anyway, but you see her like kind of falling into him. I still see no chemistry. She starts holding his hand. She puts her hand on top of his, and I immediately went to fear when they were about to get on that damn roller coaster. I was like, oh God, here we go again. I thought that was about to happen.
Jesus, please no.
In the car. I thought it was.
Right
I'd never seen it.
Right there in the jack. But
nobody else was around, at least.
She's warming up to him now. He ended up having, I don't know why he ends up having full-blown, well, I guess because Catherine told Cecile to, but he ends up fucking Cecile, and she becomes, like, she's a whore now, I guess. Mrs. Caldwell finds out about Ronald and fires him, and even though her and her husband gave money to Colin Powell, and so now it's like, so then Catherine and Sebastian grab him and show him her letters, and then, well, they write their own letters, because she wrote a letter, and then Sebastian ripped it up. So I guess they wrote their own letter, which I didn't understand the point in that. Like,
I'm so
because
tired
it's
of
like it's
they
not like
never show us any of the letters. They never read any of the letters, guys.
Yeah, so it's like, if she does like him, what do you need to write your own letter for? But
correct. But keep it going. Do not disturb. Hello.
So So I don't, at this point, I have no idea what's going on. They're just being weird. So now Sebastian's like, okay, it's getting serious now. Do you want to stop? And then Catherine gives him this big speech. She's like, eat my pussy, Sebastian. I'm tired of being Mary Sunshine. I'm tired of not being able to be a whore like guys are. Look, I'm doing this. So are you in or are you out? And he's like, all right, shit. So boom, boom, boom.
I hated this part. When he goes up to Annette and he starts kissing her. She kisses him back. She's not like pushing his advances away, but he tries to like force himself upon her, and then he gets mad and leaves. I've had that happen to me before. Fuck off, guys. Then he gets to her in the bedroom. Oh, well, she tells him, I don't trust myself around you.
Yeah, she tells,
and he gives her this whole big ass speech
about love, like.
Yeah,
he's like
pushing. You're blocking you're gonna miss your blessing, girl. Like that's literally what he's telling her, and she gives in. Oh, I was so mad.
And this because she hasn't listened. You know why? Because she didn't listen to Life Jennings.
I don't think he was singing. Must be nice.
No, not that one. SEX.
Oh,
Mama Secret, and Daddy gonna go crazy.
Shut up. But then she gives it to him, and she's like, "All right, bet we can do it." And
but then
he's the one that's like, I can't do this. I actually really have feelings for this woman. And he leaves, and then here you go with Catherine again, mad as fuck about life, about living. Like, jump off a fucking bridge, bitch.
Well, she doesn't jump off a bridge. She jumps on top of him, and she like, did you fuck her yet? He's like, no, I couldn't do it. And she's like, well, she's gone. He's like, what?
I thought it was interesting that he was telling her the truth every time. 'Cause I thought he was just gonna be like, yeah, I did. And just let it go.
No,
you're right.
Their dynamic is so weird because they tell each other the truth, And then they have these, throughout the whole movie, y'all, they have these very intense dry humping sessions where they're like rubbing on each other with clothes on, and it's getting stiff, and then they're licking each other's ears and shit and kissing on each other's necks. It's like, you're still doing ancestral shit even though you haven't put it in yet. Like, by the time you grind on your stepbrother, there's no coming back for that. You're already burning.
Why do you think I hate Clueless?
Oh, the little baby's gonna burn. I think people slide over that part in Clueless. But
not me, because I remember watching it. I said, wait, what? He could have at least been the gardener or something.
Yeah, hello?
Huh.
The pool boy. Exactly. So, she tells him that she left. She went to stay with a friend. And she's like, she's done with you, Sebastian. You ruined it. I'm going to win the bet now. And so he goes and runs. And he asks, so the Craigster, he shows up and he's like, where is she? And he lets her know, what train she took. So, baby, she get off the train. She going up the escalator. Do you know this man at the top of the escalator already?
I thought this was the end of the movie. That is an end of the movie type of scene, right?
It is. But no,
I thought it was over.
No, it's over with her virginity. And they go and he pound her down. Like, I love that song though. Ew, gross. I did want to mention that. Thank you for reminding me that if I went to somebody's house and they put that fucking shit on, talking about, okay, let's get it on, I'm packing and I'm leaving. That was not no intimate song for. I am ready. I am. But yeah, so they have sex and they fall in love. You said what?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, they finally have sex and they fall in love, and he loves her. They're together now. Catherine watching them from the balcony like, oh shit, this is some bullshit. So now Catherine is fucking Ronald. Okay, so she fucking Ronald, and then Sebastian come in, catch him, he leaves, and then she like, oh, so I guess you came to, you fucked her, so you came to collect. So now this was disgusting to me because you just got done fucking him. Go shower first. Like, she was just like, all right, you ready? She opened up her legs and commenced to letting the snails inside. And he like, no, I don't want to. And she like, I want to fuck. And he like, I don't. And then she throws something at him. So.
Well, I mean, he won the bet. So.
He did win the bet, but he don't want the prize. So.
He says, no, not doing it.
So Catherine becomes the evil queen. And, she run down to her lair to get her potion. So she walk up in there and she like, you don't love me anymore. And he's like, it's just a bet. Like he does start lying because he's still acting like, oh, it's just a bet. I don't really care about her. And she's like, she basically gives him, she gives so many speeches in this movie. Her speech is this. She's like, hey, you're going to ruin her life. You are the slut of the school. You have a terrible reputation. She's the new headmistress's daughter. You're going to ruin her. Like, you can't love her. You're going to slip back into your ways. You're going to end up hurting her. You need to let her go. It's very intense. It's very like, if she was a loving person, you would kind of believe it, but he knows who she is, so I don't know why he believes it. So then he goes and breaks up with Annette. And he's just like, I can't do this. And, she slapped shit out of him. And she crying, he crying, and then
she knows he's lying. He's crying. Yeah. How you gonna break up with somebody crying? You're lying. You don't want.
He can't even look her in the face.
You're a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker.
So so they're done. He goes back to Catherine and he bring her some champagne. He's like, all right, I'm ready to fuck. Let's make a toast. She's like, all right, well, let's toast to my victory. And he's like, okay, well, your victory over Annette. He said no. She said no, baby. You made me wait too long. When I wanted that dick, I wanted it then. I don't want it no more. It's been inside her. I wanted it then. So, Catherine's fucking evil. So now she's like, I win because I made you give up. That's the first person you've ever loved in your life, and I made you give her up. You did that because I threatened your reputation. I threatened to tell everybody about it, and you gave up the love of your life. Fuck you, bitch. I win, and I don't fuck losers.
And he had a weeby moment. He was like, damn, she got me. Because he looked like a fool.
Like, so then naturally he tries to go get back with Annette, which does not work. And he goes and he like offers her journal up to whoever the hell she was staying with. You would think it was her mom, but it wasn't because again she's staying with the friends. But he gives her the journal, which is where he writes all his personal thoughts. So he's like, this is the truth and this is the final truth. Make sure she gets the journal. And then he watches outside of her window as she's reading it. This creepy ass shit. So Catherine ain't done yet though. She's like, that wasn't enough. Let me also get you fucked up. So she called Ronald and she's like, Ronald, Sebastian went crazy and he hit me. Black man, what business is this of yours?
I don't. And then
what business is it?
Wait. She also tells him, I also need to talk to you. It's involving Cecile. You see him get up and Cecile is in the bed. Hey, tap, 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 tap. Cecile, are you okay? Like, what are we talking about? What are you doing? She
ends up telling him that he had sex with Cecile. But what does that have to do? Like, I'm like, but you fuck Catherine. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, everybody in this movie nobody in this movie has moral superiority except for Annette. So I'm like, who the fuck cares if he fucks Cecile? You fucked Catherine yesterday. So I didn't understand why he was angry, but she gets him. So Annette reads the journal and she goes looking for Sebastian because she wants to forgive him. Sebastian been walking all damn night around Manhattan because he can walk around in $1,000 coats and not get mugged. So. But again, this is Manhattan. How the fuck did Ronald find his ass? So Ronald just finds him walking down the street and it was like, oh, you hit Catherine? He's like, dude, she's manipulating you. Chill out. He's like, well, she told me you fucked Cecile too. And then they start fighting and I'm like, what are you fighting for? What the fuck are you fighting for? You left Cecile's bed to go fight him. When you could have been like, Cecile, why'd you fuck him? This is some dumb, like, it just starts getting fucking stupid. So they fighting out in the middle of the road. Annette finds them because, again, they act like New York is not a huge-ass city in these movies. Not just the movie in particular, but every movie where New York is, they make it seem like everybody is 2 miles away from each other. And have been to New York, I know that's a fucking lie. Because y'all ain't all just a block from each other.
No. So
they fighting. He whipping Sebastian ass. And then Annette tries to go break it up because why? Why are you trying to break up two grown-ass men fighting? Why? Mm-hmm. So she get knocked into the road, and a taxi driver, he's getting head from his wife. Ooh. And then Sebastian pushes Annette out of the way, and then they hit him, and she says...
And pause.
Did you hear something?
Pause. When it happened, I said, like, Keisha... why did I get married when Sheila busted him over the head with that glass? I said, I hope he's dead. And then they go to the next scene. I was like, well, damn, really?
Yes, he died. He ended up dying from being hit by the
And then I thought it was a fake out. I thought it was going to be a fake out.
Well, he faked his death at 18?
No, okay, so he gets hit by the... Let me, please.
Okay.
He gets hit by the taxi, and then, we're all just looking at him. Everybody's like, oh, shit. And then Ronald over there like, oh, damn. I'm glad she touched him last. 'Cause it was me. And... Then we skip to his funeral, and we have Annette kind of confront Catherine, but she doesn't really say too much to her. Basically, like, it wasn't as harsh as it needed to be. I needed her to say more.
She really didn't say anything to her. She was just like, do I know you? She didn't like. You are. She was just like, do I know you? She's like, no. She's like, did you know Sebastian? Not really. Like, they're both lying to each other, and then she says what she said at the beginning of the movie. Whenever I get a sense of peer pressure, I just turn to God, and He helps me through that. She says that line. And then. Catherine goes out.
No, stop. I'm going to finish this because I have points to say. Mm-hmm. And you're going to laugh because they're going to be good.
I feel like you're not going to hit
Catherine takes a sniff of her coat. Delicious. And then she cleans up and she goes out. She's giving her speech about Sebastian. We see one of the other students run in, and she runs in and she taps somebody and she shows him something. And then she runs and she taps somebody else and she shows him something. And everybody just gets up and runs outside. And that's why I thought, this is what I'm saying. This is why I thought he was a fake out. Because I thought he was going to be standing outside when they came outside. I didn't know. That's why I was like, oh, he's going to get her. She's going to be there. I didn't know it was the reveal of the fucking burn book. I didn't know that's what it was going to be. But you get why I went to that conclusion.
I understand. That would have actually been an awesome ending. I wish they had
That's
done
what I thought was going to happen. Yes. He was just going to be looking at her and still... And he still could have done the journal thing, but he would have been alive. Yeah. But that's why I thought that he was faking it. Because it didn't really, he got hit that hard by the taxi, The boy got weak bones, I guess.
Internal bleeding and stuff. But, so she's pissed because people are leaving the funeral. She walked outside. This girl done printed out his journal and titled it Cruel Intentions. and gave it to every student out there. So they all out there reading it, and it has everything about everything. Everything Catherine's done to her friends, everything about the bet, everything about Cecile. Cecile even ends up handing Catherine the journal and flipping her hair, and it's like, girl, you got. So I don't know what the hell but okay. Like, you're not smart now, Cecile, but okay. Mm-hmm. And everybody's just reading it, and they're looking at her like, you fucking bitch. And she started crying because he eviscerated this girl in his burn book. He was like, she's a bitch, she's a slut, she's a backstabbing whore. He got her coke thing in there. Baby, the headmaster and her parents come out. They grab the cross. They're like, coke? And then they just go back inside. I thought they were going to slap her.
Really quick. I know good and damn well more than Catherine was showing out at that school.
Yes.
More than Catherine was sniffing coke. I seen Gossip Girl. More.
It's the same school.
They were looking
it's the same school.
Oh my God. They probably were looking around like, God, Sebastian, please don't let me be in that.
Hello?
I mean, that's what was really going on. Because probably every girl that he fucked was in that book too. And we're only mad at Catherine. But whatever, yes. So, yeah, you see
her reputation's ruined, and then Annette is driving off in the Jaguar, which, who the fuck, how did you inherit that? Who said that was
And I still thought he was about to show up in the Jaguar.
No, it's just him in the journal, her in the journal in the Jaguar, and she driving it, and I'm like, but how did you inherit that? I'm his dad. He's not, I didn't say you could have that fucking car.
But, baby, that was it for Cruel Intentions. I did not like this movie. At all. At all. It was a chore to me. Only thing that would have redeemed it is if he was still alive. I promise you.
I don't know what to tell you.
Waiting on it. It's
Bittersweet Symphony was on the hot one.
I was barely able to pay attention. I watched it because obviously you see I had some key points in there, but I let you run the show because if I said anything wrong, you're gonna be like, no. So I just let you just go ahead and have that. But no, this was not for me. It was very. I was bored. If I'm keeping it real, I was really, really bored. And I didn't see any chemistry. I saw more chemistry between Catherine and Sebastian than Annette and Sebastian, which is sad. And I saw no chemistry with Sean Patrick Thomas. What about you?
Did you even give a rating?
I said a 2.
Oh, you have a 2. I'm gonna give it a 4. It still is uncomfortable to watch because it's incestual, but it's still a good movie. Like I remember why I liked it. Like I used to want to be like this in high school. Just cutthroat and evil.
What did you... Oh, okay. I'm like, what did you want to be, a white man?
Yeah, because, when you're getting bullied, you want to be like the top dog who everyone's afraid of. So.
Okay.
But yeah, I enjoy it, and I think all 90s kids should watch it. The soundtrack is great. To put it in perspective, the Bittersweet Symphony was on Billboard after this movie came out. Like that, it's just a lot of...
Good song. I mean, that's the best thing from the movie to me.
Hello. Like every me ends every you. So yeah, that's Cruel Intentions.
No.
We hope you enjoyed it. The person who requested it, please, all of our subscribers, we up to like 200 plus. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all those kinds of things. Interact, follow us on Instagram, Blue Sky, all of our socials. We truly appreciate your support. We want more than 200 subscribers, so let's ante up. Ante up, bitch, it's Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Not ante up, bitch, it's Christmas.
Scary movie, too.
Definitely scary movie, too. But yeah, next time we're going to be reviewing Until Dawn. Which is probably a movie that's about to piss me off yet again.
It is going to piss you off. So I hope you're ready. It's gonna be a short review, but it's going to piss you off.
Fine. All right, we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Where did you hide it, Dan? Please be sure to send us your requests at booshakalakapodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter X, BOOshakalakapod. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram at BOOshakalakapodcast.